Welcome to Provitalks, where nature and science blend to inspire you. Discover the latest in technology, sustainability, and trends in the cosmetics world, thanks to Provital. Let's care together for our industry's commitment to the people and the planet. Provital. Do care.
Welcome to Provitalks. In this second edition, we are going to keep discovering more about one of the most unexplained sides of the cosmetics industry, regulation. However, this time we are going to focus on the trends and paths followed by the natural cosmetics industry, a concept that was already introduced in our previous Provitalk edition. For this, we once again have the presence of our greatest expert in cosmetics regulation and also a member of the Spanish Society of Chemical Cosmetics, Lourdes Mayordomo. Lourdes, welcome back.
Thank you.
We believe that your experience and know-how regarding the natural cosmetic regulation that exists for each trend or movement would also be quite helpful for many companies in the sector trying to develop natural lines or products that align with those trends and movements. So thank you for being here again.
Thank you for inviting me in this talk. I agree with you that it could be a nice way to explain this kind of concept that could be very difficult to understand.
Exactly. If the naturalness of a product was already confusing, we guess that defining a clean product or brand, a term that was born from a trend partially driven by the influencer or blogger culture, can become really puzzling. In this case, which certifications or standards should brands look for to defend their transparency, sustainability, and everything that is associated with this clean term?
Well, as you say, the clean beauty concept has appeared last year in order to have a vision of cosmetic more general than the term of natural. A clean beauty consider other concepts that are not obtained and are not considered in the natural cosmetics. Clean beauty incorporate concepts as sustainability, the safety, also natural vision of the cosmetics. Up to now, there is not so many certifications in order to prove that a cosmetic is according this kind of philosophy of clean beauty, but there are started to appear. For example, there is the Credo clean standard, that is a concept and a standard that allows to the companies to certify to follow this philosophy of clean beauty in order to assure there is a transparency and ethic and sustainability procedures of the company in order to manufacture the cosmetic. In fact, the Credo clean standard contains, for example, what they call dirty list, that has a list of ingredients that are not allowed to use according to the clean beauty concept. Regarding to sustainability and ethics in using, there is other certifications, for example, for the ingredient coming for palm oil, there is the SPO certification that consider and regulate the use of the sustainable use of the palm oil and its derivatives.
This clean movement, we would say it's more, well, as I just mentioned, more a movement than a trend. But if we talk about growing trends related to this clean movement, vegan cosmetics cannot be overlooked. In this case, how can we prove that a product is 100% vegan?
And the vegan movement comes in cosmetics from the food industry, from the food philosophy, and it is incorporated in the cosmetics some years ago in order to differentiate those cosmetics that are manufactured without the use of animal ingredients. Vegan cosmetics don't use animals for any of its ingredients or auxiliaries or other compounds used during the manufacture of the cosmetics. and also covers the concept of not tested on animals. Regarding certifications, there is also some certifications that are coming initially from fruit industry that and now are applied also to cosmetics. For example, if vegan is a certification that considers different class of products in order to be certified, and also the B label that is also considering requirements for packaging for the cosmetic certified as a vegan. So there is a tendency that is increasing in cosmetics, and such certification can regulate the use of the concept of vegan in cosmetics.
And also related to these animal origin certifications, why should brands obtain halal cosmetics certifications in your opinion?
Halal is other concept in cosmetic that initially is coming from the Muslim regulation in order to identify which ingredients and which practices are allowed for Muslim population. For example, is not allowed the use of ingredients coming from certain animals, but in the recent years, certification halal cosmetics are open its use for other kind of consumer, not only for Muslim population. There is a lot of consumer that has started to buy certified halal cosmetic because of the sustainable and the ethical related to the use of certain ingredients from animal origin. So halal cosmetic has importance not only for markets in Muslim countries, but for other kind of countries, because it is a guarantee of sustainability and ethical use. And this is why there is a lot of companies that certifies cosmetic as a halal compliance.
And what if our product does not comply with halal or vegan, but we still want to prove that it is cruelty-free? Is there any possible certification for that? And if there is, how is it different from the European regulations regarding the non-experimentation on animals contained in the Article 18th of the latest regulation on cosmetics?
The term of cruelty-free could be used for different situations. It could be used in countries that has not in their own regulation the prohibition of the animal testing. But in Europe, it can also use it for other meanings, because as you know, in Europe there is not. It is forbidden the animal testing according to the European regulation of cosmetics. But cruelty-free covers these concepts and also covers the ethical use of ingredients coming from animals. For example, if we are using an ingredient coming from honey, between the ethical rules of cruelty-free, it must be used honey from ingredients that causing damage to the animal. So the cruelty-free has a more wide definition. There is some certification that covers the concept of cruelty-free, as for example lipid banning, that is used in several countries, for example in the States, but it's also starting to be used in Europe. And according to lipid banning standard, you have to demonstrate that you have not using ingredients tested on animals, and you are not causing damage or injuries to the animals used for the obtention of the ingredients.
Thank you very much, Lourdes, for sharing with us this interesting and quite hard to find information.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Provital. We hope you got some source of inspiration to create and spread your own kind of beauty. For further information, subscribe to our podcast or visit our website at weareprovital.com. Provital. Do care.